months under the ground for this church. Okay, when you can looking now, this is one of the simple map about the Holy Family trip when you start. Actually, all the way when you see for the red line and the yellow line, this 3,500 kilometers for the Orjalim, the end of the part for the Upper Egypt down, and turn back again for the River Nile. But actually, when you look in here, the first point it's Orjalim, he start to moving behind the Mediterranean Sea, because you see this is Mediterranean Sea, and start to moving behind the desert and start to make some of the round to cross one of the small tunnel here to cross for the delta, because delta this is for the River Nile. This is the meaning for all the River Nile. And after that, he start to make some of the round for Talibasta. Talibasta, this is one of the city behind Cairo. Its name is Sharqiya, Talibasta, and also one of the famous city because we have a tree. It's named the tree or Virgin Mary inside this area. But actually, when you look in here, he make the three different points here. Why? Because actually, when the Jesus is coming with the Holy Family trip, he don't need anyone, he follow these steps. He make one of the circle round for all Egypt because no anyone he found it. He start to take one of the straight line and make one of the circle and turn it back for Samanod and Sakha, and after that go for Wadi Natrun, the another side for the capital Cairo, and turn back again in the middle of El Matariya. This is one of the city also included in Cairo, and after that he visit the 3 places in the behind the River Nile, and after that he threw for the another side for the West Bank to go for Memphis. This is the Memphis, the old city for ancient Egyptian, one of the first city, and after that he moving for the one of the hind for the desert and go down and turn back for the Jabal, Tuna al Jabal, for the another side here we have also one of the ministry over there, and turn back again. When you looking, he not go for the one line, he go for back for the west and east, west and east, west and east. Why? Because no anyone he found it. But what it's the important place, this church. The third point for the River Nile here. It's named the Papillon because this area is named the Papillon Port. But we have one of the important, the Curving Church. What Curving Church? Because we have a 3 room under the ground for this church. Actually, when you're using now and visit this church, we found the 4 steps, and after that we go inside the church. And go inside, we have 20 steps under the ground to find the 3 room. The first room you found for the left hand side, this is the room for the Virgin Mary and Jesus. The second room for Joseph and Nagar. The third room for the donkey, because when you're looking for the icon over there, we can see the Holy Family trip. He moving the 2 person for the Virgin and Jesus, when the Virgin Mary hold Jesus and he can't catch the donkey, Joseph and Nagar. But actually, why he's saving the donkey inside? Because actually the donkey start with him for the OLG and finish all the trip. This donkey stay with Jesus more than 3 years and 3 months for all the Holy Family trip, and turn back again for the Orjalim when he start the Justin, and all the people start to believe it about the Christianity. This is one of the important thing, and actually this is the only one point that Jesus he stay under the ground 3 months, because each part here maximum he stay 1 week. But this is stay 3 months. Why 3 months? Because this is under the River Nile. This is a river under the River Nile. He covering by the fold all, and he's saving under the River Nile. It's the same when you remember the story about the Joseph, the prophet Joseph for the prophet Noah. He also the tomb for the prophet Joseph under the River Nile. Why? Because for this time it's not have high dam to protect the water inside this area. He covering, and after the 3 months the water be down again and start to show this room, and he continue to make the trip again. And actually, when you're looking, where is Maadi? When you're looking for El Maadi, this also one of the important churches. Do you know why? Because he found one of the paper for the Bible, he moving for the River Nile. And actually, when he catch this paper, he found it some of the sentence inside the Bible. He talking about, be careful about the Christian people in Egypt. This is one of the open book for this page, for this Bible. This is the meaning we need to protect all the Christian people in Egypt or outside in Egypt, because this is one of the peace land to protect all the prophets and anyone who believe it about any religion, he respect and caring about that. This is the first point. The second point, now to visit inside the church. Inside the church, we have some of the different design, because we're talking about the basilic design. Basilic design, this is the Greece and Roman design. He make the sum of the 5 steps for the limestone and 3 steps for the red stone. Why? Because this area we have some of the waves about the water. when he touch only one sound for the stone, he make one of the huge voice, or some of the, it's like some of the noisy sound. But actually, when he make the different types, because we see now, because when he make the 3 types for the different stone, when the waves is coming touch, he make the silent area. Why? Because he respect the high priest inside. Because also we have another part, it's named the hanging church. The hanging church he building for the 2 towers for the Papillon port. Why? Because the water is through under this church, and also when anyone is coming from the other side for Mediterranean Sea and cross the river Nile, he's coming to meet some of the high priest, because for this time all the Christian people controlled by the Greece and Roman time. Now we can take inside to visit the curving church under the ground, and after that we continue to go to make the one of the holy water to try. Okay? Follow me.